Good afternoon, and welcome to everyone joining us across the nation. I am Mike Smith from the CBC. Today, we are here to discuss the launch of the Alouette 1 satellite. The Alouette 1 was the first Canadian-made satellite to be launched into space. Joining me is Dr. Eldon Warren, who was a program scientist during the design and creation of the Alouette 1. He was also one of the scientists to submit the original proposal for the Alouette 1. Dr. Warren was part of a team of 9 scientists called the Defense Research Telecommunication Establishment, otherwise known as the DRTE. This team was small and had little knowledge about space technology, yet they found great success. NASA originally believed that this project was too large and too ambitious. However, the group of Canadian men proved them wrong. The hope of this satellite is to expand our knowledge in the ionosphere. More specifically, how the ionosphere can be used to make radio communications easier. So far, everything has gone as planned, and the 146-kilogram satellite is now in orbit circling the Earth as we speak. Remarkably, Canada was the third country to successfully launch a satellite into space, following the Russians and the United States. This was a very technologically advanced satellite. Some even believe it was the most advanced satellite yet. The DRTE had been working on this project for the past 4 years, beginning in 1958. And the satellite was effectively sent into space just a few days ago on September 29th from Vandenberg, California. This was a remarkable feat and something all Canadians should be proud of. We now invite you to ask questions regarding the Alouette 1 and its significance to Canada.
Hello, I'm Jaden Johnson from the Toronto Star. Congrats on the launch.
Thank you.
I was wondering how the success of the Alouette 1 has changed Canada's international reputation over the past few days.
The success of the Alouette 1 has given Canada a lot more respect worldwide. As if it was previously stated, the Alouette 1 is one of the most technologically advanced satellites that the world has seen. This accomplishment proves to the world that we are very capable. In return, we have been given a lot of admiration from other countries. Many people believe that the technology needed in the satellite was not possible. However, we found a way to make it work. The fact that we overcame the doubt and succeeded in launching the Alouette 1 not only shows our willingness to not give up as a country, but also our dedication to learning. Because of our accomplishments, we are now viewed very highly in the field of design engineering, even in comparison to Russia and the United States. We are looked upon with more respect, as we are only the third country to accomplish the feat of sending a satellite into space. We had little to base our creation on, therefore the Alouette 1 was truly innovative. Our reputation on the world stage has become much better, and we feel we deserve the respect that we have been given.
I'm Roger John from the Globe and Mail. Your satellite is now orbiting the Earth, and everything has gone as planned. Am I right to assume that organizations such as NASA now have more confidence in Canada? How will this set the stage for future Canadian projects in upcoming time?
The Alouette 1 was one of the first major accomplishments that Canada has had in space. And now that we have made our mark, we look forward to continue to push the envelope with regards to space innovation. We especially hope that the success of the Alouette 1 will give NASA more confidence in Canada. For one, we hope NASA now feels we can handle larger projects. An example of this would be a robotic mission. Another project we hope to pursue is the Alouette 2, which would be the predecessor of the Alouette 1. With the Alouette 2, we would want to explore how television signals bounce off the ionosphere as opposed to radio signals. We believe the Alouette 1 will pave the way not only for more Canadian satellites, but for other space inventions as well. One of the original goals of the Alouette 1 was to bring Canada into the space age by developing space capability. We believe we have accomplished this and officially entered into the space age. If we continue to move forward and challenge what people say, it is possible we believe that one day Canada will have an extremely successful space program. We need to use the success of the Alouette 1 to our advantage and build on what we know to learn what we do not.
Donald Casey from Global News. Can you explain in more detail what you plan to learn through the Alouette 1 and why it is important for Canadian research?
With the Alouette 1, we plan on learning about the ionosphere. The ionosphere is a layer above the Earth's atmosphere. When using radio communications over long distances, it is needed for the radio waves to reflect off the ionosphere. The ionosphere is irregular though, so radio communication is not always reliable. Radio communication is very important, and before the creation of the satellite, the lack of ionospheric data was holding us back in our research. In addition, we never got to record the top of the ionosphere. If all continues to go well, these two problems will be eliminated, and we will be able to gain more knowledge than ever before. This was extremely significant not only for Canadian scientists, but for scientists around the world. Long-distance communication between radios is very important to understand. We were not the first people to want to study the ionosphere, but we were the first to make a proposal, have our proposal accepted, and to accomplish the goal. What we plan to learn will be crucial for all and is very significant for the rest of Canada.
Yo dog, Randy Jackson. NASA originally thought this project was too ambitious. You feel, dog? However, you still managed to succeed. What does this say about the mentality of Canadians, dog? And how does this affect Canadian space projects in the distant future, dog?
Thanks, Randy. This was a very ambitious project, and I can see how many viewed it as too ambitious. The satellite really pushed the boundaries when it comes to the engineering involved. However, the fact we proved them wrong shows exactly what the mentality of Canadians is. We as a country want to keep moving forward and to continue to exceed people's expectations. I think that the fact we overcame doubt proves to everyone that as Canadians we can do anything we set our minds to. I hope that it inspires the children of today so that we can have the same success in the distant future. The mentality of Canada is to always move forward and neglect doubt, and that is what will help Canada's future generation become equally successful. Hopefully they can learn from the Alouette 1 and continue to accomplish more and more.